So where we stopped yesterday, we were talking about notified goods. So we understand the fact that notified goods are not the prohibited goods, but these are goods which are normally imported. Demand is high, so the chances of smuggling are also high. So government declared that these goods are likely to be smuggled into India. So if a declaration is made, then what happens? In this section 11C is the most important section, which covers almost all the requirements. Then other sections are also there. 11D, E, F, G, all those sections are there. But the most important section is 11C. So 11A we had seen yesterday. 11B we had seen yesterday. This is here once again we can see, right? So 11A is having certain definitions. In this, what is illegal import in contravention of the provisions? Intimated place, I said I'll tell you under section 11C. Notified date, the date on which notification is issued under section 11B. Notified goods which are notified under section 11B. These things we had spoken yesterday. And then comes power of the central government to notify the good, that looking at the intensity of the demand, magnitude of the illegal import, the government can declare certain goods which are likely to be smuggled. And the objective is, so for the purpose of checking the illegal import. So I told you checking means stopping. So this checking is not verification. The checking means stopping the illegal import, circulation, or disposal of the goods, and facilitating detection of the goods by notification. So up to this point, we had already discussed. Now, under section 11C, what is said is person possessing notified goods to intimate the place of storage, etc. So when this notification is issued in respect of the goods, and somebody is already in possession of those goods, then what is to be done? Because these are the provisions for preventing the circulation also. So now he cannot circulate those goods? No, that is not the idea. Idea is that on the date of issue of notification, if somebody is already in possession of the notified goods, he is required to furnish the prescribed particulars to the officer. And what are the prescribed particulars? Quantity, place of storage, source where from those are procured, and relevant documents. So who will furnish this information to the officer?
The goods possessor.
The person who is in possession, provided he has properly imported those goods. Isn't it? Somebody who has brought those goods or somebody who is in possession of those goods illegally, is he going to furnish that information? So, right. So this is the first step for identifying the goods which are illegally imported. So here this section says, when this notification is issued, any person already in possession of the notified goods should furnish the prescribed particulars to the officer within 7 days. We'll read the section little later. Right now, just here. Okay. So first thing is intimation. When the intimation is to be given?
Once the notification is issued.
When the notification is issued, right? And somebody is already in possession. Then after the issue of notification, if somebody is willing to acquire, then what is to be done? Give a prior intimation for acquisition and furnish the prescribed particulars again after the acquisition. Permission is not required because the goods are not prohibited goods. These are not restricted goods. Goods are allowed to be imported. Only thing is that when the notification is issued and somebody is already in possession, then furnish the information within 7 days after the issue of notification. And any subsequent acquisition means after the issue of notification. So if anybody is interested in subsequent acquisition, then first of all is required to give a prior intimation, and then after the acquisition, prescribed particulars. Again, prescribed particulars means quantity, place of storage, person from whom acquired, and the documents for custom clearance. those information will have to be furnished. And the section further says that these goods shall not be moved away from that place or shifted to another place unless prior intimation is given for that purpose, shifting. So prior intimation is given, and during the course of transportation of the goods from one place to another, the copy of the intimation given and the transportation challan should be accompanied with the goods. Because if the prior intimation is not given for shifting, and the shifting transportation challan is not prepared, and during the course of transit, if there is any inspection of the goods, the presumption is these are illegally imported notified goods. So to prevent that, this course of action has already been prescribed in the section that during the course of transportation, the copy of the intimation given plus the transportation challan should be accompanied with the goods. These are major requirements under this section. Then further sections are: nobody should acquire any of the notified goods unless those are accompanied with the custom clearance document. So there is proper information available that the person from whom the goods are being acquired, he has properly imported those goods. So when you go to a shop,
to watch full video, join online batch weekdays 8:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Call TAIL Institute.